Good morning, fourth graders. I hope you had a great Easter break and ready to start off our next week of learning from home on a Tuesday. So I'm going to go over a couple of things for you this morning and explain, because we have a few things that are a little bit different than what we've had in the past couple of weeks. So here is your assignments for the whole week. You have this chart. It is in Google Classroom too. You can click on it, and your parents have a copy of it as well. If you look here at Tuesday, April 14th, for math, you still need to be doing 15 minutes of fact fluency on MobyMax. And then here's a new part of math to go to Think Central and do a Go Math lesson. I'm going to put directions in another post to show you exactly what you'll be doing for this lesson today, so you'll see that here in a little bit. For reading, for ELA, you're going to use Think Central 2 to go to our Journeys lesson. We're going to start a new reading lesson, lesson number 12. It's called The Earth Dragon Awakes. So today, for your assignment for it, is you are going to listen to that story, and it has the page numbers there for you. And then you're going to complete a tip chart using your vocabulary words, your 10 reading vocabulary words from this story. I'll show you where you can find those words here in a minute. And as always, reading for 20 minutes each day and recording that on your reading log. Only other assignment for the day is for science and social studies. You need to pick one brain pop lesson to do. You can pick a lesson of your choice. Make sure it is under either the science category or social studies. Watch the movie for it and take the quiz at the end and record your quiz score. So if you're filling out this chart where it says topic, tell me what topic of the video you watched and then what your score was on the quiz. And then Google Classroom, just as a reminder to check in on that for any updates that you might need to see. All right, so look here at my computer. In our Google Classroom, I've given you a couple of things as resources to help you out. You're going to be using Think Central for your math lesson and for your reading lesson. And you may not have ever logged into Think Central from home before, so I'm going to show you how to do that to make sure you know what to do. So when you're logged into your school Google account, if you're able to go to our classroom, or see your drive, or fill out the slideshows at all, then you are logged into your account. Once you're logged in, you'll want to go to a new tab and go to the Northmore website where you have your Symbaloo, which is what you usually see when you log into your Chromebook at school. If you're logged into your Google account and you see Think Central here on your Symbaloo, all you have to do is click on that, and that will take you logged in to your account. Mine will look a little bit differently than yours does when you log in. But when you have Think Central, this is where you have both your math and your reading. So I know yours has a little bracket over here on the left-hand side where you always have to change it to reading. I think it's automatically on math. So if you're getting ready for reading, make sure you switch it over there to reading so that you can get to your ebook that way. So your math lessons that you're going to do, click on grade 4, are the Interactive Student Edition. So once you click on math, you should see this yellow app box pop up that says Interactive Student Edition. You click on that. There's the little fox, the little guy right there. We are going to be starting chapter 6. So you'll want to come down here and click where it says Fraction, Equivalence, and Comparison for chapter 6. Click on that. And today's lesson is lesson 6.1. Equivalent fractions. And that should start your math lesson for you. Okay, I'm not going to...
How can you use models to show equivalent fractions?
It always does that to me. It starts talking when I'm talking. But once you're ready to start your lesson, you're going to click the Start button, and I want you to go all through those colored dots here on the lesson. The green one gives you the story problem at first. The blue one, it walks you through solving problems related to the topic. And then the orange and the red at the end are your personal math trainers just giving you some practice problems to practice what was on the lesson. Okay, so that is your Go Math lesson when it says to do lesson 6.1, equivalent fractions, on your interactive student edition. That's the one that we're talking about right there. Okay, now on your chart for reading, we're also going to be starting a new story in Journeys. So there's something I put in Google Classroom already here for you to give you some information about the story. I gave you your own little focus wall here, and it has your vocabulary words and their definitions on it. When you get ready to do your tip chart, you will need this. So this is, I put it as an assignment, as a resource for you that you could click on and have your vocab words and their definitions on there. This also gives you your spelling words for this lesson, comprehension strategies that you're going to be working on, and the grammar focus for it. And then the next page after it, this just goes into a little bit more detail. Each of your assignments, you only have about 2. Yeah, I think 2 is the most you'll ever have on a day. 2 of these assignments. It just might explain it a little bit more than your assignment chart does. So if you had any questions on what something was, you could look there for it. But really, this page on your focus wall with your vocab words is what you'll need the most from that. All right, so to go through again, when you go to read your story, make sure you're logged in. Click on Think Central from your Symbaloo. That pops up. Here's where you might have to change it to reading. Grade 4. And so if we're going to read the story, remember you'll want to click on your student ebook and you have to enter the book. And our story begins on page 348. You can type that in up at the top. Actually, I think mine might be there. Yep. 348 and 349 starts your story. Okay, so today your assignment is to listen to it. So you're going to make sure you use the little audio button. You could use headphones, you could play it out loud, and listen through the whole entire story. All right, I think that's it for, oh, nope, one more thing. Checklist. There's a checklist for you to complete at the end of the day. So what this is all of your assignments that you have for the day in a digital checklist for you to fill out when you are all the way done with your work for the day. Go to this assignment in our classroom, put in your name, and there are all of the things that you need to do that were on that list. Fact fluency, your Go Math lesson, and there's a reteach page to do after you're done with that. Listen to your story, make your reading vocab tip chart, read for 20 minutes, and 1 brain pop lesson in science or social studies. Then the last question down below is to tell me your brain pop lesson and what your score was on your quiz. So you can fill it out on here if you're doing everything digital and not turning in paperwork. All right, have fun getting started. Bye.